I started over at 51. I left an emotionally abusive marriage. I left the country I was living in. I left the brand new apartment we had just moved into 3 months before. And I want to share one thing I had to overcome before I could get to the point of leaving. I believed that I didn't have any power. This is indicative of women who are in emotionally abusive relationships. It's like a cult. You've been brainwashed. And a big part of the brainwashing is to convince you that you don't have any power. And how that happens is through gaslighting, denying your experience, not validating what you're feeling, telling you that you're crazy, telling you you're wrong, telling you that you're the problem over and over and over again until you start to believe it. Your mind starts to align with this. And then you do think you're crazy. You do think that you're the problem. When I was in the process of leaving and understanding emotional abuse, what I realized was I truly believed in every cell of my being that I didn't have any power. I didn't have power to make money. I didn't have power to make my own decisions. I felt completely powerless. And what I had to do is really align again with the truth, which is, of course, I had power. I always had the power. I just couldn't see it. This is how they keep you from leaving, is they convince you that without them, you can't do anything. You couldn't stand on your own 2 feet. You couldn't make your own money. You'd be a mess. You'd be devastated. You'd be all of this stuff. And so you stay. So what I had to do is, first of all, understand that I was believing a lie. The lie was that I was powerless over my own life and my own choices. And the second thing I had to do was start understanding that I had power all along, that I still did have power, and that I was actually powerful. If you're in a situation where you feel as though you don't have any power, you can't make choices, I want you to hear me. You might not believe it right now, but I'm going to tell you. You have choice and you have power. Your job right now is to start understanding how you've been mind-fucked from emotional abuse, manipulation, control, and start to get clear again. Start to understand what your power is, because you always have a choice. And some days, the only choice I had was to choose a different perspective. But the more that you understand that you always have choice, the more you will see that you've always had your power. Someone just convinced you you didn't.